never going to enter coordinates for drawings. We are going to take help of snap and modify tools to draw plans quickly and with 100% precision. Now we are going to draw a cross section of different footings. Let's start with stepped masonry footing. Looking at this figure, the loads from the column is distributed to a large area of soil through the help of steps. Usually the depth of steps is kept twice the size of offset. Let's start drawing it. Activate the line tool. We will start with the masonry column. Click anywhere wherever you want to start the line. Now we know that column is vertical. We have to give vertical coordinates to create a line. Instead of providing a coordinate, we will take help of tools to do so. We will need a tool that helps us to keep the line vertical. To do so, select the ortho tool having an icon of perpendicular to it. The tool will help us to keep a line either vertical or horizontal. If you move cursor vertically, it will keep the line vertical, and if you move the cursor horizontal, then it will make the line horizontal. You can switch it on and off with its shortcut key F8 like this. Or you can temporarily switch it off by pressing and holding shift key on keyboard. Leave it to again activate it. Give a column height of 3 feet. Now to make the first step, move the cursor to the left to align the line horizontally like this. Give an offset value of 6 inch and press enter. Move the cursor down to align the line vertically. Give it a depth twice of the offset value, that is 1 feet. Press enter. Create 2 more steps like this. Generally, the masonry footing depth is kept to 1 meter, slightly more than 3 feet. We have already reached to a depth of 3 feet. Let's now form the PCC. PCC is provided to level the ground surface so that footing can be formed on it. Give it an offset of 6 inch and a depth of 6 inch. Move inside like this and enter a value of 5 feet. 2 feet for the offset and 1 feet for the column thickness. Here you can see the problem with the ortho tool is that it only allows us to draw line either vertically or horizontally. It is not allowing us to draw lines at different angles other than 0 or 90 degree. Looking at this problem, the AutoCAD engineers have made another tool that helps us to draw lines vertically and horizontally, as well as gives us freedom to draw lines in other angles as well. This tool is known as polar tracking tool. Activate it from the status bar like this. Move the cursor horizontal and vertical like this. As you can see, this time it is not restricting us to only vertical or horizontal direction. We can freely make the line in other direction as well. It not only provides the helping vector in 0 and 90 degree direction, you can choose other angles as well. Click on the down arrow of this tool. From here, you can select other additional angles as well in which you want the helping vector. Let's choose 30 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree option. Here you can see we got a vector at 0 degree, then at 30 degree, then 60, then 90, also on 120, then on 150, 210 and 240. This tool has proved to be more useful than the ortho tool. So from now onwards, we will use polar tracking tool instead of ortho tool. Now make the above offset the same way we did for this side. The top column length will be 3 feet. Now we will draw a line between these points to represent this as different steps. But the problem is that we do not know the coordinates of these joints. As I told earlier, from now onwards we are not going to provide coordinates for lines and other tools. So let's look how we can quickly draw lines between these joints with the help of a special tool called Snap tool. Activate it by clicking on it, or you can use F3 shortcut to toggle it on and off. By word snap, we can understand that it is going to snap our cursor to something. So let's see what it can snap to. We are interested in drawing line between these points. So activate the line tool, bring the cursor to the end points of these lines. Now you can see as we go closer to this joint, the cursor is automatically getting snapped to this end point. Click here to start drawing line. Move the cursor to the other point. Here also we are getting this end point snap option. Click on it to complete the line. Press enter to come out of line tool. Same way, draw the line for the other blocks as well. To work quickly, press enter key again to activate the last working tool. We are going to use this double enter functionality a lot. Now close this column by forming a jog line figure to represent that this column extends above the drawing area as well. Now with the help of snap tool, we have quickly drawn these lines without entering a single coordinate. Let's see what other options it gives us. Click on the down arrow of this tool. Here is the complete list of snap options. The tick in front of these snaps indicates that it is active. We have used this endpoint snap. We will use other options as well as we progress along this lecture. We are now going to fill this column and steps with some patterns in it so that it looks like a solid object. To fill closed figures with specific patterns, we use Hatch tool. Keep in mind that the area which we are filling with these patterns should be a closed figure. Click on the Hatch tool from the Modify panel, or you can type Hatch command and press enter. Move your cursor inside the close area of this PCC and click here and press enter to come out of Hatch tool. Now this pattern does not look like PCC. So let's double click on it to change the fill pattern. A mini property panel opens up. Click on the pattern name, then on this small box. This will open the hatch pattern window. Here you can find several hatch patterns for our drawings. The first two tabs patterns are standard patterns. We are interested in concrete pattern, so click on the other predefined tab. Here we get several patterns for brick walls, floors, metals and many more. Select AR concrete for our pattern, click OK. We can control the density of this fill pattern from the scale value. Smaller the scale value like this will result in more dense fill. Higher the value like this will result in less dense fill. Provide the appropriate scale value like this. Press escape to close the palette. Let's fill this stone masonry as well. Type hatch shortcut H on the keyboard. Click in this area to start hatching. As these blocks are also of stone masonry, we will select this in the same hatch so that it becomes easy to deal these boxes with one hatch object. Select the second, then third and last the column as well. Double click on the pattern to open the property palette. Open the pattern box from here. From the ANSI tab, choose ANSI 32 pattern for stone masonry fill. Click OK. The hatch is looking too dense. To reduce the density, increase the scale. Give it an appropriate scale value. Keep in mind that these draw, snap and modify tools, all these together will help us to create a plan quickly and with 100% precision. These tools go hand in hand. Let's describe this section with a text line so that it becomes easier for others to identify it. Select the text tool from the Anatro tab, or you can type T command and press enter to assist the text tool. Text tool requires a box to be made to write text into, so click here and move the cursor to this corner and click again to finish the box formation. Type section of masonry stepped footing. Select the entire text like this and give it a height of 3 inch and press enter. Click outside to close the text tool. If you want to edit the text again, then you can double click on the text to reach edit mode and then make the changes. Then click outside to come out of the text tool. We will look more into these annotation tools as we progress along the course. Let's now draw the top view of this footing as quickly as possible using snap and modify tools. From top, these would look like box inside a box. Let's look at the size of these boxes with the help of quick measure tool. Type MEA command and press enter. The bottom one is 5 feet long and then rest are 4 feet, 3 feet, 2 feet and 1 feet column. Press escape on the keyboard to come out of the measure tool and activate the rectangle tool through REC command and press enter. Click here to start drawing. We note that the bottom box is 5 feet, 5 feet. Enter the length as 5 feet, then breadth as 5 feet and press enter to finish it. Now we are quickly going to create inner boxes through offset tool. What offset tool does it? It creates a copy of this rectangle maintaining a fixed offset distance from the original object. Let's see how it's done. First select the object that you want to offset to. In our case, this is the rectangle. Activate the offset tool either from the modify panel, or you can type O command and press enter to activate the tool. It is asking for the offset distance of the new object from the previous one. We know that the offset that we gave to these steps is 6 inches. Type 6 inch and press enter. Move the cursor in or out of the box. You can see you can create the offset object outside or inside of the existing box. We want to create it inside, so bring the cursor inside and click to form the rectangle. You can see our rectangle is formed without providing any coordinates or length and breadth values. You can see offset tool is still active and it is giving us opportunity to offset even further to create the boxes. As we know, we want to draw 3 more boxes like this inside the newly created box. We will continue the offset tool. Select newly created box and bring the cursor inside. We need 2 more, create it like this. Press enter or escape key to end the offset tool. Here you can see we have quickly drawn the top view of stepped footing. We can check the dimensions with a quick measure tool, which comes out 5 feet 6 inch, 4 feet 6 inch, 3 feet 6 inch, 2 feet 6 inch and 1 feet 6 inch. Now fill these boxes with hatch as we did before like this. Provide 90-degree angle to this hatch to make it stand out. Provide a description of stepped footing top view with the help of text tool as we did before. Now let's see how we can quickly draw slope footing of our RCC column. Activate the line tool. Form a line of 3 feet long like this as we did earlier. Now press tab key to shift to angle value for this line. Enter angle value of 153 degree. Do not press enter. Press tab to shift back to the length box. Enter a length of 3 feet. Move the cursor downwards. Give a depth of 6 inches. Minimum depth for a sloped RCC footing. Draw a horizontal line like this for a while and press enter twice to activate the line tool again. Draw the PCC bed at the end like this. The actual size and depth of RCC footing comes out through a structural analysis. As you can see, we do not have drawn the complete section of this footing. This is because we have a tool in AutoCAD which can make the other side of this section in seconds. That tool is called as mirror tool. Keep in mind that if there is any symmetry in your plan or drawing, try to form one part of it, then use this tool to make the other side. First we have to select the object that we want to mirror. Select it by forming a box like this as we did earlier. We can activate the mirror tool from here or can type its command MI and press enter. Now it's asking for a mirror line. We know that our mirror line, that is axis of symmetry, lies at the center of this structure at a distance of 6 inch from this 1 feet wide column edge. But the problem is that we do not have access to this central point. One way would be like to draw a 6 inch horizontal line and then choose this point for symmetrical axis. But we have a tool in AutoCAD which will help us to pick this point without making a line. Let's see how we can do this. Activate this tool called Object Snap Tracking Tool. We can activate it with the help of its shortcut key F11. What it does is once you pick a point like this with the help of snap tool, it will track the horizontal or vertical trajectory with a temporary vector line like this. If you move the cursor back to the snap point, it will remove the snap from it. Come back and hover on the point to pick it back. Move the cursor horizontally like this to a small distance and enter 6 inch to pick a point. Now move the cursor below like this to see the mirror line. Click here to confirm the mirroring. It is asking if you want to erase the existing left side. Select no and press enter. See how quickly we have made the other part as well. From now onwards, we will always keep this snap tracking tool active for our convenience. Delete this right hand side lines and select this line. Move its end vertex to this side. Snap tool will help you to snap it to the other end like this. Close the top as we did before. Let's see one more benefit of this snap tracking tool. If we want to know the depth of this sloped footing, we earlier have to know the coordinates of this point. With this tracking tool, we just have to pick points. Let's see how it's done. Activate the line tool and pick the point. And then we have to pick this second point from here. Move the cursor up like this. Once you reach near to the height of this point, it will show us the intersection vector of these two points. Click here and end the line here. The length of this line comes out to be 1 feet 4 inch. This is how we can find the extended intersection of two points with the help of tracking tool. We will use this feature a lot while drawing plans. Press delete on keyboard to delete this line. Now fill it with concrete hatch. Keep the actual footing hatch more dense. Later on we will add reinforcement to this footing as well. Now we are going to move this footing close to the other footings. In order to do this, select the entire footing like this. Click on the move tool from modify panel, or you can type M on keyboard to activate move tool. It is asking for a base point. That means from which location you want to pick and move this footing. As of now, select any location, move to the desired location and click to move the footing to the new location. Now we are going to give it a description. This time we will not create a text box. We will copy the text that is already present in the drawing. Select this one and type CO command and press enter. Provide a pick point, move it to the desired location. Double click on it to change the text. Name it section of sloped RCC footing. Let's quickly form the top view of this. It will consist of 3 boxes. First 2 for the PCC and base and the last one for the column. Activate the quick measure tool with the MEA command. The length of the PCC is 7 feet 4 inches. Form a rectangle of same base and width of 7 feet 4 inches. One interesting feature of dynamic input tool is that you can see dimensions quickly of a line or object by selecting it and hovering onto one of its vertices, like this. Now draw the base rectangle with the help of offset tool as we did before. Now draw the column box outside these boxes. Now we know that this box will come at the center of this bigger box. But we do not know the coordinates of its center, so we cannot move the box by the old method. Let's see how we can do with this snap tool. Right click on the snap tool and look for any geometric center snap feature of it. Yes, we have it. Activate it by clicking on it. Now select the box, activate the move tool by its M command, hover onto box line. Now we can see it is providing us a central point to pick the box. Click on it to pick it, move it inside the bigger box like this, move it to the near center and place it to the point provided by the snap feature. This is how quickly we can make drawings without knowing the respective coordinates. Hatch it like before. Copy the text and name it as RCC stepped footing top view. Now let's see at the other features of the snap tool as well. With the help of line tool, form a rough plot shaped like this. Take the help of snap tracking tool to locate this point which is at the same level as this is. In your design career, you will encounter many such kind of irregular plot shapes. In order to draw boundary walls, we will offset the outer lines. Select this line and type O command to activate the offset tool. Give it offset of 1 feet as outer wall is 1 feet thick. Click on the other lines as well to do the offset inside of the plot like this. Now if we want to make two rooms of equal size at the front side of the house, we will need to locate the midpoint of this line. Let's see if we have this feature in Snap tool. Right click on the tool. Yes, we have it. Midpoint. Activate it and give the line command. Now if you hover near to the midpoint of this line, it will show you the midpoint snap option. Click here and give it a length of 15 feet. Press escape and select the line. Create offset line with value of 6 inch to both sides of the middle line. Delete the middle line. This is how we can quickly draw walls in middle of the plot area. Now if the owner wants to make a platform parallel to this wall, then let's have a look at how we can do it easily with Snap tool. Activate the line tool, click here. Now we can also activate all the features of Snap tool temporarily with a hidden layout. To open this palette, press shift and then click right hand mouse button to bring it up on the screen. Here you will get all the options that we get from the Snap tool. We are going to create a parallel line, so select the parallel option. Move the cursor close to this line. It will show you a parallel icon. This means it has now started to track the parallel vector for it. Move the cursor back to the line like this. When you are near to the parallel path, you will get a helping vector line to draw the line parallel to the above line. Give it a length of 10 feet and press enter. Now we have to draw these two perpendicular lines. Activate the line tool. Click on this point. Activate the hidden panel by holding the shift key and pressing right hand mouse button. Select the perpendicular option from it. Move the cursor on the above line like this. It will show you a perpendicular icon. Click on it to create the line. Do the same to the other side as well. To check if it's perpendicular, activate the quick measuring tool with the MEA command. Here you will see all the inner angles are perpendicular. Now lastly, let's see how we can create a door and window opening in the wall with ease. Activate the line tool. First we are going to make a large opening for the main entrance door of parking area. With the help of Snap tracking tool, make a line at a distance of 8 feet like this. Make another line for a door opening of 3 feet wide. Same way, make lines for 5 feet wide window opening to the side of the plot. Let's see how quickly we can remove or trim these lines. Select the entire plan. We are going to do this with the help of trim tool. You can either activate it from the modify panel or you can type TR command to activate it. Make a box like this to remove both the lines. Do the same for the door opening as well. Make a box and remove the lines. Create the window opening as well. You can also remove the extra corner lines like this. Do the same for all the corners and walls intersection. Escape the tool to remove the last lines which we could not remove it with the trim tool. Through this lecture we have learned majority of the tool that we are going to use for creating professional plans and structural drawings. I would recommend you to go through this lecture once again to fully grasp the things that we have taught you in this